Sorry about that. Got cut off by my program. Okay, so anyway, this is part two. So we have this class. It's called tester, right? And we already established that inside of this we have a static method called main. So that means any method that generates, any method or data set that accesses from outside of that method has to be static as well. So we have public static void main. There's some code. We have double yz equals method f. Since the main method is accessing method f, that means method f has to be static. And then we have double ab equals yz. Well, yz doesn't have to be static because we established that inside of the main method. So it's just a local variable to the main method. It's not a state variable, so we don't have to worry about static. But this SV comes from outside of the method, so it is a state variable, so it also has to be static. So if you look down here, we have some methods, but we have to make sure that the method f, which is a public static double, we have to make sure that it's static, and so we also have to make sure that SV is also static. All right. I forgot to do the show again. Okay, anyway, you can look at it closer here. All right, so last couple things. First thing, static methods. They can reference static variables on but never the non-static variables. We just talked about that first one. Okay, non-static methods can do either, like whatever you want. They can access the static variables. They can access the non-static variables. Okay, last thing is when you create the header for when you're declaring the variable or anything else. The order of the modifiers doesn't matter, so we could have public static string or static public string. Those are both fine. In fact, you could even put static after the word string, but that's really very rarely done. So really try not to do that. Not because it won't work, but because it just won't look right. Okay? So that's the end of the lesson. I gave you classwork to work on now. I gave you a homework to work on when we come back. Hopefully you guys can take what we have here, the notes I have here, plus these videos, and get the classwork done. If you can't, don't worry too hard about it. We'll talk about it when I come back on Monday. Okay? So I'll see you then. Thanks a lot. See you later.